Hey, what's up? What's up? Joe in Vegas back with another review. Carrie Underwood. I saw her not too long ago, probably about a year ago. I think when her show first started. There wasn't much going on in Vegas last night, and I got a coupon code in an email, so I figured I'd share that with you guys. One of the reasons I'm doing the review. I got an email from AEG, which runs a lot of the shows here. They had a list of a bunch of different shows. Carrie Underwood was one of them. I think there was some Keith Urban, Jim Gaffigan. I'm not sure exactly how to find that list, but if you Google AEG Summer Sale, or it's the coupon code, which is AEG Vegas. I know Carrie Underwood's on there, so if you're coming to town and thinking of going to that show, it was 2-for-1 tickets, which is pretty good. So her tickets were normally about $100. I got them to $50 a piece, which made me say, okay, time to go back to Carrie Underwood. It's a hell of a show for $100, but for $50, it's a great night out. The show is at Resort World. It's a residency. She comes and goes throughout the year, along with Luke Bryant and Katy Perry, David Blaine, a couple other different ones. I'm wondering if these shows are starting to run their course already, because I have noticed Katie's ending the show. The last few times I went to Luke Bryant, tickets were either comped or free or cheap. And now Carrie Underwood, I got those tickets for cheap, and then actually the day before I got comped a few tickets that I ended up selling to make up for the two that I bought. So I ended up going to a free show anyway. But I don't know if it's just concerts. Everybody blew their load on Adele and Taylor Swift, and they have no money left for other concerts. But I'm hoping it's the turning point a little bit, where concerts are now starting to get a little more affordable again, because they really went crazy after COVID. Every show was sold out. Every show was through the roof. And lately I'm starting to see a little bit of a shift, thank God, where I think people either are running out of money or spent the money or saw these residencies a year ago and don't have the funds or want to go see them again. But I do, because they're good shows and they're cheap or free. And I think it was pretty crowded, so I don't know how many tickets they gave away or how cheap they sold a lot of stuff, but the place was crowded, don't get me wrong. She's awesome. Every time I see her, I'm always reminded and kind of in shock that this girl came out of American Idol. She is the whole package. The looks, the music, she can write. I think she can write. She definitely can sing. She looks great. She moves great. She sounds great. She's got a great personality. She is the perfect showman from a female artist, and she has all the success to prove that. Major hits, Grand Ole Opry, everything that comes along with country. There's always that big question of what's country, what's not country these days. There's some elements of country in her music, but it really just sounds like pop kind of rock to me, as far as the sound goes. But I know a lot of country went that way. The lyrics, you can tell, are country. I mean, every fucking country song is about drinking, which is why I'm starting to like country so much. I can really feel those lyrics about Jack Daniels and drinking and day drinking and all this shit. But I've really been enjoying the country music as of late. It's all over the strip. I can't get away from it, so I just embrace it, and I really enjoy it. Even if you don't know a lot of songs, I probably knew 5 or 6 songs in the set list, but even the songs I didn't know, just something about her, something about country, it just kind of works. So let me go through the set list. She starts with a song I knew, big one, Cowboy Casanova. Good Girl, Undo It, Wasted, well, song about drinking. Drinking Alone, song about drinking. Dirty Laundry, Two Black Cadillacs. Church Bells, which I kind of do, and I kind of knew Two Black Cadillacs too, and I kind of knew Church Bells a little bit. And then Blown Away, which I definitely knew. I like this. I think it's my favorite song of hers. Very powerful vocally. The visuals, the Resorts World stage is awesome. It's a great venue. It's a huge stage, and it's tricked out because they only built it a year ago. So it has the capabilities of things coming from above, things coming from below, huge, wide lighting, everything. So for Blown Away, there's so many screens and the lightning flashes and the smoke and the clouds, and it really it adds so much to her amazing vocals and how she sings that song. And then she did Jesus Take the Wheel, which I think was her first big monster hit, which great song, great lyrics. It's very heartfelt. Thing about country people, they know every word to every song. So hearing the crowd sing along, it's awesome. It's just awesome. How Great Are Thou? All American Girl. One thing I did realize from the last time, I'm almost sure this was an exact same show. Everything from calling up, I think All American Girls, when she calls up a bachelorette from the crowd. It's Vegas. There's always a bachelorette in the crowd. She calls them up. She sings with them, which is, got to be an incredible moment for a fan who's there for her bachelorette party. And next thing you know, she's singing on stage with Carrie Underwood. Fall Flat on the Floor. Love Wins. Cry Pretty, which I knew. That's a big hit of hers. I'm sure I'm missing some other big hits, but Smoke Break, Last Name. I think this was when it was before one of the songs. I think it was this one where they did the intro to Welcome to the Jungle. You know, I'm a huge Guns N' Roses fan since I'm 10 years old. Probably my favorite band of all time. I've seen them, 50 times probably over the course of 30 years. And she definitely has a very popular, couple popular covers of Patience and Sweet Child of Mine. And right before this song, they did the intro to Welcome to the Jungle. It's clear she's a fan of that 80s rock. I've seen other things of hers too, and it's awesome. I think it lends itself to her music. It comes out in it, and it's refreshing to see for me. So she didn't, got a little tease, but she did not play Welcome to the Jungle. She just did the intro. But then she went into Last Name, which I knew. And then Before He Cheats, which I think has got to be her biggest hit. Great song, amazing lyrics. That's pretty country story-wise. They bring down this truck. It's like, I think it was a Wrangler. And all the dancers have bats, and they're hitting the truck. And then at the end, she lights something and throws it in the truck, and the whole thing goes on fire. It's great visuals. It's perfect for the song. It's all perfect, man. This show is her. She is... like I said, sounds good, looks good, dances good. The show's the same thing. The show sounds good. The show looks good. It's a reflection of her. It's a perfect show, and it's probably why she hasn't changed a single fucking thing in a year, because it works so well. There is no way, it's commendable to me when these artists, and I always say it about country artists keep their ticket prices affordable. You're not going to see, Garth Brooks gets a little much, but I looked when he came here. They're not like an Adele. They're not like... these Keith Urban's, Miranda Lambert, Luke Bryan, Carrie Underwood, these ones that have residencies keep their prices pretty low. So for $100 a ticket for a good seat, it's such a great show. It's such a perfect show. So she does Before He Cheats, and then she closes out with Something in the Water, which I know also a very cool song. Those visuals are incredible. This massive water feature comes up with a little like balcony cutout in the middle of it, and she's in there like in a beautiful dress, singing her ass off, raining down water on her. The dancers are kind of hanging on the wall. I think I took a picture. I tried to zoom back to get the full effect of it. I'll put it up on the review here. But just a beautiful, again, beautiful set, beautiful artist, beautiful voice, and a beautiful show. That is the best way to describe it. It's such an enjoyable show. Guys, even if you don't know anything, you're going to have a good time. Go, there's no reason not to go to the show. There's no opener. It starts at probably 8:15, 8:30. You're done by 10 o'clock, 10:30. It's a perfect little show at a perfect little price. Scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 9. I think it's an even 9. I think it's very, very solid. Great show. Good times. Thanks for listening. Leave some comments if you saw it. Subscribe. And I will see you at the next show. Bye-bye.